Hi there, this is Eshu. I'm the abbot here at Zenwest Buddhist Society. This Living Zen-podcast is just one of the many resources we've created at Zenwest to make Zen practice and training more available and accessible to people all over the world. Instructional videos, printable resources, and much, much more are also available on our website at www.zenwest.ca. If you're a regular listener, I'd love to hear from you. So please drop me an email at office@zenwest.ca and let me know who you are, how you got started, and what brought you to Zen. Everything we make available in person and online at Zenwest is only possible because of the support of our members and associates, people like you. If the efforts of our community are making a difference in your life, I'd like to invite you to show your support and take part in making it happen by becoming an associate or member of the Zenwest Sangha. You can do this by clicking the Join Us tab on our website at www.zenwest.ca. Thank you for your support, and thanks for listening. Welcome back, and welcome for your first time to those of you who are here for your first time. I hope that we all had a restful break at the end of December, and we're looking forward to a new year of practice. Over the holidays, my whole family was really sick. Spent some time in bed. And in some ways, I was very grateful for the opportunity to practice Zen with sickness. This bodily illness is considered one of the four sort of messengers in the Buddhist teaching. Sickness, old age, and death are three of them. But this sickness one is a good one for all of us to really reflect upon, because sooner or later we're all going to meet up with being sick. The end of the year for me is also a wonderful time to sort of reflect on where my life is going, where practice is going, what I'm engaged in. So this opportunity to just be sort of laid out and reflecting, I think, is a wonderful thing at the end of the year. In the Zen tradition, we don't do it so much in our temple, but in many temples, the end of the year is an opportunity for that after the December retreat, after Rohatsu, there is a period in which we clean. We take everything apart and we clean it all up, and we get ready for a new year of practice. We do that both in the context of the temple, taking apart everything, dusting, wiping, cleaning, sweeping, mopping. But also we sort of dismantle our own lives, our own practice, to clarify our direction for the new year. Just today I sent out a sort of New Year's January update for our members. And often one of the things that I ask people who are engaged in our community to do, particularly at the beginning of the year, is to really contemplate your practice. Contemplate how you're going about engaging in your practice and how you want to carry that forward. What is your aspiration for life and for practice in this upcoming year? Now, I was trained in a traditional way, so the way that I always break things down is kind of traditional. And I recommend that people really investigate different aspects of your life. What kind of engagement with your seated meditation practice do you want to have? Is that something that you want to do once a week? Once a day? Twice a day? Do you want to practice with the community regularly? How often? Are you interested in engaging in some kind of intensive or extended meditation practice, weekend retreats or week-long retreats? Write it down. What about study, investigation of the Dharma teachings, the teachings of the historical Buddha or the teachings of the masters in the Zen tradition? Are you interested in that at all? Contemporary or ancient? Are you interested in finding out more about where this tradition comes from or what it has to offer? What interests you? What aspect interests you? History? Philosophy? Ethics? Practical application? Write it down. One of the things that I'm always sort of conscious of, particularly as I get a little bit older, is the physical demands of this Zen practice. And our practice is not separate from this physical body. We engage in practice through this body. And if we are to be awakened, we're going to be awakened in this body. And if we're going to manifest compassionately and wisely, it's going to be done through this body. So one of the things that we can contemplate is how we are taking care of this vehicle in terms of what we're putting into it and how we are moving it and using it. Are we doing that in a way that's conducive to the reduction of suffering for ourselves and others, or not? It's not about getting skinnier or looking better, but about taking care of this vehicle of practice and awakening. Is there something that we would like to do that would improve the circumstances of our bodies? Write that down. What's one of the greatest values that we've found in our community, of having community, is this immersion or engagement with accountability. Every one of us, I think, at some point in our lives say, I really ought to do this, or I really ought to stop doing that. Each and every one of us has a moment of clarity about the things that we're doing or not doing and how they're impacting us and they're impacting those around us. And one of the real values of being engaged in a community of practice is that we are in community, in relationship with people who are similarly engaged, committed, walking this path of awakening. And we can use that. We can use our fellow practitioners, and we can use our teacher to be a mirror for us. And through that mirror to hold ourselves accountable for more and more fully embodying, realizing, manifesting our full capacity. Little bit by little bit, developing, growing, transforming, awakening. This word, I say this over and over again, this word Buddha, the one who is awake. We have a figure that's on the Butsudan, the Buddha, the one who is awake. But in the Zen school, it's not this guy 2,500 years ago, the historical Buddha that is our primary focus. It is in our own capacity to awaken ourselves. And our practice is not to just study and find out and emulate this historical person, but to awaken to the Buddha that lies in each and every one of our hearts. To embody the limitless compassion, the limitless wisdom, the limitless skill that is inherent in each and every one of us. To do this on our own in isolation, to engage and be consistent in practice, in relationship, in how we manifest in our lives, is incredibly difficult. Without the support of a community, without the support of good friends, we're always just sliding back into what's habitual, what's comfortable, and what's easy. So I encourage each and every one of you, and in doing so, I encourage myself to just take the time to reflect on our practice, on your practice, to reflect on your life, to reflect on your direction in this upcoming year. Set your intention and immerse yourself in this community of support, so that you can more and more fully manifest this intention. In Zen, in Buddhism, we have all these vows we chant. Every Sunday, one of the chants that we do is the 4 Bodhisattva vows. And each and every time we chant it, I'm reminded that this is all that it is. It's not like I'm wanting to get somewhere and be done. But in practice, I recognize that it is this never-ending unfolding, this endless awakening, this endless path. My commitment isn't to get somewhere. It's simply to continue to engage, to continue to take step after step to walk this path. So Happy New Year, and welcome to another year of practice.
Thanks for listening to the Living Zen podcast. If you follow Living Zen through iTunes, I would very much appreciate it if you would take a moment to let me know what you think about it by rating or reviewing the podcast, so that new listeners can also hear what you have to say. Thank you for your time and for your support.